What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Matter to the Heart. I'm your host, Talib Valentine. We have a special guest, my man Hobby over here. In this forum, we're going to discuss all different types of matters of relationships. It's for the grown and sexy here. And it's not for the faint of heart. So with that being said, welcome to Matter to the Heart. Today's topic, today, October the 15th. Today's topic is dating in the age of algorithms. Is love still organic? Dating in the age of algorithms has become complex. Apps and social media have created new opportunities for people to socialize, raising concerns about real relationship dynamics. Algorithms tend to reinforce biases and create a vernacular of relation hopping, while AI slowly destroys trust and real-life communication skills. As a result, apps may be transforming how we meet and form relationships, making it crucial to approach online dating with a critical awareness of its effects. Now, me personally, I'm no longer dating. But I've met women walking down the street, fell in love with her, had 4 kids by one. I've met people on chat lines and ended up having a kid about her. I've met people off of social media. I'm actually about to marry one. So the game is depends on a person, I guess. But Javi, what do you think?
Dating certainly has changed as a result of social media, in my opinion. First of all, I just want to let everybody know I'm no expert. He and I just known each other for about 36 years, so we are comfortable sharing our opinions with everybody, or anybody for that matter. So that being said, in my opinion, I do think it has changed. When you met people, even on the chat line, or in person, there's a degree of a human touch that's involved. I can see how you speak. I can hear how you speak. I can kind of tell your moods. If we talk enough, so there's a bit of human element there that I think is critical, as opposed to meeting online where somebody's always going to give you the best version of themselves. So in that aspect, it's a little unfair or one-sided in the meeting part. You don't really get fully who they are, or as much who they are when you meet them organically out of an app or out of social media. So that is my opinion about the organic part of it, versus the algorithms, and we didn't even grow up with algorithms, knowing what it was. Right, knowing what it was. I mean, you actually had to go talk to somebody, or somebody actually had to hook you up, but you still had to do most of the communicating. You had to communicating. Yeah, right, and then you had to think quick. You had to act quick. You always had to be sharp. Where now I can create a whole persona online, and it's just completely different. It's a completely different game. It could be very misleading.
Yo, I remember back when we wanted to talk to a young lady, we made her a slow jazz tape.
Yep.
I remember writing notes. Do you want to go out with me with a box for yes, no, and maybe?
Yep.
I remember going to her house to introduce myself to her parents.
Oh.
Asking if I could take their daughter out. Nowadays, jokers sending dick pics to people that they don't even know.
Yep. Absolutely.
The game has changed. Society has changed.
Mm-hmm.
You got more failed relationships now due to social media. I know somebody, I ain't gonna put them out there, that they may see this and just go, I'm gonna argue about it.
Right.
But I know somebody who was a married man and met some chick online and started cybersexing with her.
Okay. All right.
Fell in love with her, so started catching feelings for her. And I'm going out there to meet her face to face and sleep with her. End up leaving his wife to get with old girl. I don't know.
Right.
Relation hopping. It's like the constant variability of having people, potential partners. It's like, in layman's terms, whoring around. Or, for lack of a better, or let's be nice, I'm sorry. Seeing what's out there. Playing the field.
Yeah, playing the that's a good way of putting it.
You on social media and online, I would gather it's easier. Matter of fact, I know it's easier. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I met my wife, my fiance, on social media. I met a few people on social media. It just so happened that this one got my heart. You know what I mean?
Yep.
All that tags and POF and all that. Thank you. Mm-hmm. My man didn't even do tech support. I don't do those. I had been on those sites. POF, tag. I met people on those. Matter of fact, I met somebody on one of them and ended up taking it to my brother's wedding. Cool as hell. We still cool. We don't speak like that no more, but we still cool, as far as I'm concerned. What about you?
I have met people on Tinder.
What the hell is Tinder?
Tinder's just another dating app. Chispa.
That might be a Spanish app.
Yeah. Yep.
That sounds like a Spanish app.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, I have met people like that, and it's different. You know, it's almost like you get to know them from their profile, and then once you meet them, then you gotta relearn who they are, because who they are in person. First of all, the pictures, they're always going to put up the best picture of them. And sometimes it doesn't quite match up to the in-person. Yeah, so it doesn't quite meet up. But it's, as long as it's not too far off, I don't really have a problem with it. As long as it's not too far off. Like, I need to be able to identify you to some degree. But yeah, so yeah, I've used dating apps before, and they are. It's just taking. Yeah, interesting. Yes, to say the least. Yeah. But it's like I said before. It's just taking the. I live for a guy anyway. It's taking the first step of getting over that fear of talking to somebody. It is taking that step out of it, but it's not necessarily a good thing, because we need to strengthen that. We need to, keep that quality about us, in my opinion.
I remember long time ago, and you know the story I'm about to tell you. I met a girl on a dating app. The picture wasn't all that. But I don't even know what made me hit her up, but I did. and she came over, and it was, oh my God. I took one for the team. That's how I knew you was going to know that's who I'm talking about.
Yes.
I took one for the team. And then the process of taking for the team, bitch stole my cell phone.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's when I stopped messing with Chase over that you meet on Minnie. That was the end of that one. But one thing about dating apps and social media, and like you said, people always post their best pics. Mm-hmm. And sometimes people gonna make themselves like they the catch of the year.
Yep.
And they got jobs making 6 figures, and they drive a Maybach, and they live up in Bernardsville, and all kind of good stuff. Uh-huh. And then when you meet them, they got a Toyota Camry, work at McDonald's, and they live in the brick city.
Yep.
Prince Street to be exact. So it's like, wait a minute. Yeah, right. You know, all my Hooterville people, what's going on? Yeah. No place like home. Gotta put that out there. Anybody out there got any topics they want to talk about? Any questions they want answered? Phone number 908-855-1457. Email is Tyleek, that's TYLEEK .mattersoftheheart@gmail.com. What is it about performance itself? People picking this stuff up on dating profiles and social media profiles, and that ain't their real story.
Right. Well, I mean, that's just like we were just talking about. You know, the pictures or the filters. You know what I mean? It could be a picture of them, but man, with a filter on it that you can't tell they have one blemish, and you think you're gonna meet Belle, but you're really gonna meet Beast. You know what I mean? And it's just it could get a little scary, get a little bit crazy.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's a definite problem. I'm gonna say. Mm-hmm. The impact on communication skills. People nowadays don't know how to socialize.
Right. Yeah.
It's all about emojis and LOL, and back in the day you ain't type no LOL, you type laugh out loud.
Right.
Actually, I'm sorry, I take that back. It wasn't no typing back in the day. It was writing laugh out loud.
Right. Which, you know, that really is a really critical part of just our existence. You know what I mean? The communication. I mean, with the communication, it's something you need not just for relationships, but just for your job, for your friendships,
for life.
Just life in general. And when you start getting behind a keyboard, it is communication to a certain degree, but it's without the socialization in it. Which, when you take that component out of it, sometimes it can make people that aren't used to being in a social setting socially awkward, which then messes with their confidence. It's just a cascade of things that just end up happening. So I do believe that the communication is critical to any relationship.
Like if you spend too much time relying on digital communication, you lose confidence and comfort in your face-to-face interaction. Mm-hmm. You have an erosion of authenticity.
Yeah.
It's like you use AI so much and spell check so much that
Forget how to spell.
Word.
Yeah.
And then they put on the other line, I don't know, they're talking to a real person or a computer generated person. AI, like,
Yep.
he sounds too perfect. Ladies like, he sounds too perfect. Oh my God. Is this really true? Fellas like, oh my God, she sounds like she's right. Send me a picture. Maybe send a picture of some model you ain't never heard of before. You fall in love. Then you meet this like Broomhilda, you be mad as hell.
Mm-hmm.
I almost like told her she looked like Deborah Cox. Got her out, she looked like Biggie Smalls. I'm not lying, she looked like Biggie Smalls. Lazy eye, smoke move. Lazy eye. What's up, Parker? Black, fat, everything. Define the word organic for me as far as love goes.
Organic. I guess it would be as close to nature, as close to natural as possible. And I mean, in terms of a relationship, it being organic would have to start from the beginning. Because, you know, first of all, if you have a filter and I can't really see who you are, that's part of the organic organic being taken out of the equation. Then if I'm just seeing you all on your highs, never on your lows, that's taking part of the organic out. You're not giving me a chance to, you know, really connect with you on a different level. So I guess organic would be as close to natural as possible.
In regards to dating, organic is taking away the internet, taking away social media, period. Like, all that's got the cell phones. Maybe not cell phones. Like, you fellas don't know how to treat women no more, how to talk to females anymore, right?
You know what? It's almost like when I go out to dinner or when I'm out somewhere, even just making delivery somewhere, you see people on a date on their phone. Yeah, like I don't understand. I'll never understand why you're sitting at a table
with someone.
Yeah, with somebody
on your phone.
Yeah, whether it's your significant other, whether you just met.
Even worse if you just met.
Yes.
How y'all gonna know each other?
Your first date, you're on the phone. It's just
you on Facebook and she on TikTok or
and I just don't understand that part of it. Or I do understand it, but I just don't agree with it. You know what I mean? I know this is the age of computers and you know things like that, but
I'm being hypocritical right now. Because me and my lady will be sitting in this living room, and I'm online playing the game, and she on the phone playing the game. Or I'm sitting next to her playing, looking at Facebook or Instagram, and she's looking at Facebook. Like, that's what we do. That's our version of spending time together.
Well, I mean,
as long as we're in the same room, well, that's her version. She feel like as long as we're in the same room, we're spending time together.
Well, I think that's different than being out on a date. I mean, at some point, you have to live your life. If you're living with somebody, like you're in a different situation. You know what I mean? If you're living with somebody, you're not always 100% of the time that you're together gonna have something to say. There so there are times where that's acceptable.
It's better not to say nothing.
Right? Yeah. But I'm talking about those that are just forming, or you're out on a date, or when it's supposed to be quality time. You know what I mean? And you guys are out. Or even in the house, you're supposed to be watching a movie, and you're on the phone, and you know, and
she's sweet.
Yeah, whatever. But we're just talking about the social media part of it. You know what I mean? Listen, if somebody's working 16 hours, I can concur. I'm
only 16.
I'm probably gonna be sleeping too. But and first of all, there's nothing wrong with nap days. That's a whole other discussion. But yeah, so there are times when it's okay. You know what I mean? Especially if you're living with somebody, to be in your own space. That's gonna happen.
Which brings me to critical awareness. Experts feel like apps offer new ways to meet people, but it's also important to be aware of the limitations and the potential downsides of potential failures of fostering real connections with people.
Right. I mean, I agree. I'm not no expert, but
Me either. It's like you be on social media and you, like I said, you find a profile and ladies, he's the next Denzel in your eyes with LeBron James money. And you fall in love either in all the right things at all the right times, and you just fall head over heels in love with him.
yeah.
You know, nothing like that. You move in with him, and he asking you to help with the bills, and baby, you can pay the rent this month. See, you gonna be a problem. I'm gonna put your bark collar on you. You've been chilling all day. But you know, what about you? What's your feelings on this?
Critical awareness. Experts. So, I mean, you know, if you take the EXPER, I don't know what makes them an expert. I don't know if it's because they got a degree in it, but experience has the same letters in the beginning of it.
Ooh, that was deep. I like that one.
So I mean,
I like that.
we all have experience to some degree with you know, having to be aware of what it is that you're doing. You know what I mean? What it is that you should be doing. And I don't know. There's something wrong with just meeting somebody purely online. Not to say that it's wrong, but there's something that's not natural about it. And I mean, I'm sure that there are people who have some success stories with it, but I do think it's equally as important to form those connections on your own, organically. Not to use
They're Whole Foods,
right? Not to
Whole love.
right. Not to use one of our talking points, but it's important.
Long term versus short term. Long term ability to immediate gratification. The pleasure index of relationships. Due to the constant newness of online interactions, a lot of people ain't trying to hang around for the long haul.
I've heard it said by many that we live in a microwave society. Everybody wants instant gratification with everything.
Work, love, finance.
Money, yeah. So I mean,
But that's because that's the society we live in. Like, I remember grandparents being together for 60, 70 years. My father's parents were married, fucked together. They were married for 60 plus years.
Wow.
Married 60 plus years.
But I think it starts with just seeds. Like, if you go back 60 or 70 years from now, you're talking about the 50s, where everything wasn't as fast, but with the advent of fast food, you know what I mean? So in one aspect of your life, you start getting things quicker, and you realize the convenience of it. So then, now it's just, now you don't have, at lunch now, you don't have to really wait for lunch anymore. Then Dunkin' Donuts come along. Yeah, you don't have to wait for breakfast, right? Your coffee is bam. You just order it, 2 seconds, it's made. You know what I mean? So
now they do order it online.
Yeah. So little by little, I think little seeds of speed on everything.
Away at that.
Chip away at everything. Like, whether it be food now, love. You know what I mean? It starts with food, then it spills into love, then it just spills into every aspect of it. Now you could just take $100 from your account and put it into
cryptocurrency.
And you get lucky, and then you get money like that. You know what I mean?
Well, Javon, I need to check my stocks.
So, you know what I mean? It's had, speed has infiltrated, I think, every aspect of our lives. You know what I mean? So we're just trained. Our bodies are just naturally trained now, but we want everything. You know what I mean? This conversation is taking too long. You know what I mean?
I remember old ladies, grandparents used to wear granny panties. And them old rolls that came down to their ankles and slippers that they barely picked their feet when they was walking across the floor. Mm-hmm. Those are the women who kept staying with their husbands for 60 years, 70 years. Yep. Nowadays, women are wearing thongs and see-through robes, can't cook, wonder why they can't keep a man. Or he too busy hanging on the block all day and all night, not working. Call himself hustling, but every time he sell a pack, he go buy a new pair of sneakers. He ain't bringing no money home, he ain't investing that money. And you wonder why your lady don't want to stay with you. It's but there's a potential for a new connection every time.
Yeah.
You can get online and some connection might be compromised. And social media can also enhance your social connectivity and support your relationships, especially a long distance one. Me personally, I can't do long distance relationships. I need my lady there. I'm too affectionate for that. Like,
I agree. I can't do it either.
Like, I can't sleep right if she ain't laying next to me. Right. I mean, you living in Jersey, she living in Idaho or some shit, or hell, she living in Newark and you living in Trenton. Like, nah, that's a little too far. It's closer, but it's still too far. Like,
I agree.
I can't do that. It's hard. It's hard. I was just I was in a medical situation for 18 months straight. I went in the hospital in October. I walked into the hospital October 23rd, 2023. I got discharged from that hospital on a stretcher. January 5th, 2024. I came home for good May 12th, 2025. All that time I was away from my lady. Yeah, she came to visit, but we weren't together.
Right.
I ain't wanting a new connection. I wanted my old connection back.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
yeah.
Which leads me to a question.
Okay.
Have you ever met and fell in love with somebody off of social media?
Off of social media? No.
I know you fell in love with somebody.
Yeah, no, not off
that you met organically.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. Yeah, no, but off social media, no. Oh man.
You're not gonna do that.
Nope, don't do that. Don't do that.
Do you think you could fall in love with somebody off of social media? Or a dating app? When I say social media, I mean Facebook, Instagram, POF, what did they what?
Chispa.
Yeah, that one.
Tinder.
Yeah, all them.
BLK.
Black Planet, Yahoo 360, whatever. Yo, I'm laughing because I done met people over every last one of those in my lifetime. But you know what's funny? I've met females off of all social media platforms in my life. Well, not my life, but since they've been out. Mm-hmm. And I still speak to almost all of them on occasion.
Should you be saying that?
It's no, because it's not like that. It's just, hey, what's up? How you? What's been going on? How the kids? How your husband? Just, oh no, I ain't nothing like that. You know, it's just I've met people and over the years we've gotten very close.
Okay. Okay.
And so we speak. I got a friend that I met on social media 21 years ago. Cool as hell. We met face to face.
Okay. But I mean, you already know how I feel about that.
No, that's not a
whole
relationship.
friendship.
That's a friendship.
Okay, all right. But I mean, no, I haven't. I mean, but not to say that I probably couldn't.
Try
I
it, you like it.
because I've met people on social media. They were dating app, and I just wasn't in the space to let it grow. You know what I mean? To
Foster it.
To foster that growth. So
Want to.
right, yeah. Not to say that it couldn't happen, but even in that situation, we still had a lot of conversation over the phone immediately, almost. You know what I mean? We may have talked, we may have sent maybe 10 messages at the most, online through the app, and then immediately went to talking because we both are the same age. Neither of us grew up with computers in this age, and so we wanted that human connection.
We grew up with computers. We didn't grow up with the internet.
Right. Well, I mean, not communicating
Yeah.
with the computers anyway.
Yo,
But through
it's
the
sad. Like, it's so bad. Like, I coach Pop Warner. And when we were younger, we were all athletes. Every neighborhood had athletes. We might go to the park and play basketball together. My block might play your block in football. And it was really that level. We might go out and play baseball against each other, depending on what neighborhood you were in. We were athletes. I find now coaching Pop Warner, kids lazy as hell and don't know how to do nothing. You want to play football, but you can't. You don't know how to run. You don't know how to block. You don't know how to catch. You don't know how to throw. You don't know how to kick. How you gonna play football?
Right. Yeah. They don't like to be active.
Playing football, them is playing Madden or something. Like, nah, man, you don't stop playing.
Right.
Get out here and learn something. This might make you millions one day.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Let me see any other questions I got for you. What I got you here. I got my man Javi on the show. I gotta get something out of this. Well, I ain't gonna, we know each other, so we talk all the time, but I'm trying to be selective on what I ask you, because I don't want...
You could ask you the question you asked me earlier.
I don't know what the hell I asked you.
Okay.
Who was the first person you fell in love with? That's what the question was.
Yes. So being in love is more of a feeling. It's more of a feeling to me. Come here, Smoke. Come here. So being in love is that euphoric feeling that you get when you first meet somebody that you really like and that you're really interested in. So theoretically, you know what I mean, that has happened quite a few times. But to get past that point and actually stay with somebody and make that choice to stay with somebody, that has not happened many times.
That's not my question.
Okay. All right, so the
first time.
Okay, so the first time it happened was well, I think I might have been like 12 years old when I met this girl. Yeah, when I was like I said, it's just a feeling. And it's not, I don't think the feeling is exclusive just to 18 and above. You know what I mean? They might call it puppy love back then when you're that young, because you don't really know, but you do know the feeling of euphoria. You know what I mean?
You know what's funny?
What?
I'm with Jarrell. Long time ago, Hulu, so don't start flipping on the videos. Long time ago, Jarrell was like 12 to be exact. And he had this girlfriend, actually like 10 when he met, I think. Either way, they were together for 2 years.
Okay.
So one day, me and my mother talking, she was like, something asking about Darrell, and I was like, oh, he's talking to his girlfriend right now. She's like, his girlfriend. I was like, yeah. She said, what girlfriend? I said, some girl he been with for like 2 years now. I said, 2 years? I was like, yeah. She's like, oh, that's puppy love. It took everything I had not to say he been with her longer than your last 3 marriages put together. But I had to refrain.
Yeah. But I mean, even when you're young and you know it's in that euphoric state and it's called puppy love, I don't think it's any less than what we feel when we're adults. Except when we're adults, it's a little more calculated. Our moves are a little more set, a little more. You know, we are a little more thought out. So that being said, I think I experienced that feeling when I was 12.
First time I fell in love, I'm gonna sound real whorish with this.
Okay.
It was my ex-girlfriend's cousin.
Oh yes. I know this one.
I was head over heels for that girl. Like, we was gonna get married. I had it all mapped out. I had 3 kids together. Like, bruh, I had a whole future plan that we were going together for like 6 months at the time. But like, her cousin had talked about her so much that I felt like I knew her.
Right.
So when I found out she was over there one, I said, you can speak to her. She's like, why? I was like, yo, you talking about it so much, I feel like I know her. She got on the phone that night. It was about 12:30. I looked at the clock. It was 2:45. We was on the phone. I was like, yo, let me talk to your cousin right quick. I'm like, yo, I'm feeling your cousin, you know? You mind if I said, I don't care, go ahead. I said, you sure? She said, yes, all right, cool. We was on the phone talking. Yo, this is the first night we met. I think I fell for the night. Like that movie said, she had me at hello.
Right.
Cause we was on the phone like, I hear this game like hang up. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. Remember them days? Yeah, I woke up in the morning, my phone next to my face.
Was it the cordless phone?
I'm not. It was on the cord, rotary and everything.
Oh,
No, my mother had a rotary. I had to push button.
okay.
And I'm like, hello. I hear, hello. I want to L. She was like, yeah. I said, baby, you gotta go to sleep. Just call me when you wake up. She said, you sure? I'm like, oh, I'm positive. She said, okay. I got the phone. I went back to sleep. We went back to sleep. About 11 something. The phone rung. It was her. I'm about to leave. I just want to let you know that I'm gonna call you. She gave me a number. What number she gave you? Make sure she gave you the right joint. But she did. She gave the right number.
Okay.
Me and her were together for like 2 years. That was my first love.
Okay.
Any of my niggas, my road dog, y'all know who y'all are, my day ones. Y'all know who she is. Flirt, you definitely know who she is. But yeah, man, it's like when you meet that one, you meet that one. I don't care if you meet her through a friend, if you meet her walking down the street, you meet her on social media, you meet her on the chat line. When you meet that one, it's like the earth. You feel the earth move, like you get hit with lightning. It's just
Yeah.
something about meeting that one, and then you know she the one by certain things she do. And I remember this one proved to me she was a ride or die. I had a situation up in my house in Roxbury, and she had every right to be like, man, I'm out. You get this situation, you hit me back. But she stayed, like, me and the boys dealing with some
Yeah.
things up there.
I remember.
If it wasn't for her, I'm not sure we would have made it through that situation. So at that moment, I was like, I love her.
Yeah.
I want to marry her. I knew then I wanted to spend the rest of my life with her.
Yeah.
Like, as men, we realize these things at a certain point. It may be early. We be like, nah, you tripping.
Yeah.
The box is good, but it ain't back. Like, we come up with all reasons why that can't be the case. And we start to do things to try to throw that plan out of whack. Until you finally realize it's the truth.
Solid.
It's the word up, like,
How you feel is how you feel.
word.
Yeah.
And it's like when y'all two worlds come together, oh man, it's awesome. Like when you got somebody in your life that you know got your back through thick and thin. Like, let me ask you a question. You got a real deal at home. You got a hit at the house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why you gonna mess that up for a possibility?
Oh man, it's that instant gratification that we were talking about earlier. You know what I mean? I know this one. This could be a long conversation. That could be a long conversation.
That's me talking to you.
Yeah. Wow. Well, anyway, it could be a long conversation for anybody because everybody's gonna have a different answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's at the end of the day, if you have something real at home, there really is no good excuse.
None.
If you have something real at home.
I always told myself, I ain't getting married until I got all the dog out of me. I'm not gonna get married if I know I'm gonna cheat on you.
Right.
Once I got to a point in life, I said, all right, I'm done cheating. That's enough to get married.
Yeah.
I had to find the person I wanted to marry. I got on social media, on Facebook, and met my better half, and off of a name.
Right.
Her name caught my attention.
Okay.
And I was like, it came as a friend suggestion. And I looked, I was like, man, she's on. At night, I saw the name first, and I was like, the fuck? There was a picture, I was like, oh, wait a minute. So I clicked on her profile. I'm looking at her picture. I go through all her profile. I went to her pic on her page, like, let me see some of these pictures. Cause I don't want to be catfished, so I want to look and see what's going on here. Okay, all right. And I got a foot fetish. I found a picture of her with open-toed shoes on and zoomed in. I'm like, oh, all right, yeah, we can do this. We can do this. We can do this.
All right.
And I hit her with a message. I'm telling you a name. You don't know me, it's going to just tell me a name, and I think you're very attractive. She wants you to get me back if I understand. She hit me back. The rest is history. We played message tag for a minute. And then I'm old school. I don't want to be able to send text messages. Call me, let's talk.
Right.
So I told her, like, look, this is my number. Call me. You can block your number. Call me. She called me later that night or the next day. We talked. We were talking for a few couple of months, two and a half months. She finally was like, I want to come see you. I said, all right.
Rest is history.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Rest is ball game.
Yeah.
I don't know who you are, but somewhere on the internet, that's what it is.
Okay.
Slow connection. I think it's you with Boston Wires.
Alright, what is this one?
Yeah, well, I'll roll him back. Oh, don't mind us. He'll be rubbing the door. My battery at 10%. So I think that's, oh wow, gonna be the show for the night, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank my man Javi coming through. Much love, much respect. Lift him up in the air.
Our co-host. Co-host.
Smoke Dog in the building. The gerbil. Yeah.
Have a good night.
Yeah.